Spring is fickle, isn't it? Gorgeous one day and brisk the next. But that's kind of the beauty of a shoulder season. It's easing us into the glorious days of summer. We took a trip to California to visit friends and family a couple weeks ago, and as soon as we got back here to Idaho, we got to work on prepping the garden and getting things planted that can survive the sometimes frosty nights. And what's been so nice as the weather warms is taking our breakfast and my tea outside to enjoy and get healthy sunshine on our skin first thing in the morning. I'm just heating up some homemade plant milk right now so I can make myself a matcha, which is, I don't know how long this addiction is going to last. Cosmo and Eric are mowing the lawn right now, which is, it's a big chore because it's a big lawn. I'm like slowly creeping into Eric's grass to create less grass for him. I have more ideas and more projects of how I want to like get rid of more grass, but it's like a slow thing that I have to convince him of. When I started this garden here, I didn't just want to like jump in completely because I think it would have been too overwhelming for me. So we're like slowly adding more garden beds, more food, more things to water, more things to take care of every year. And I think what I'm going to do next year, instead of adding more beds, my next project next year is going to be building a greenhouse, and I want it to be really beautiful and funky and unique and like my own big greenhouse that I can do yoga out there, I can do homeschooling in there and stuff like that. Oh, hold on, my milk is ready. This glass is just really hot, but I wanted to see this beautiful color. I am obsessed. What is it about a hot drink? I just love it so much. Okay, I am just finishing getting ready. No, I don't normally get ready on the rug in the living room, but the lighting is nice here and my bathroom is not filmable. But I'm gonna finish getting ready with this skincare line I am now obsessed with. It's called Typology, and I'm here to tell you all about it today. Thank you for sponsoring today's video, Typology. Typology is the top-selling brand in France for online skincare, but they're still under the radar in the US, and I'm really happy to have discovered them. Europe bans over 1,300 ingredients as opposed to the US, which is a much shorter list, and so that means Typology has really high standards to be clean skincare. I just love how simple this brand is and minimalistic and effective. I am currently obsessed with their tinted trio. So this is skincare, it's not makeup, but you can like pretend it is makeup. It's sort of like that perfect makeup, no makeup look that I love. So this is a tinted serum. I'm using the Type 2 Light. What I like about it is this stuff is actually nourishing for your skin. The active ingredients in the tinted serum is vitamin C, squalane, and aloe vera. So I'm just gonna show you how it applies. It's so simple. It's basically like applying a serum. And I'm just gonna do 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is plenty. I just love how it applies. It's so soft and easy. Oops, I probably should have put the concealer on first. So here's the Typology concealer. The active ingredients are caffeine and niacinamide. Niacinamide. Niacinamide strengthens the skin barrier and accelerates the healing process. It has anti-inflammatory properties that target imperfections and promote a more even complexion. I don't have any blemishes to sort of cover up right now, but I do have a baby. So I'm gonna give my eyes a little help here. Wow, this stuff is awesome. Just because I feel like I did it backwards, I'm gonna do another couple drops of the tinted serum just to blend it in a little bit better. It's so So nice. Typology also has an amazing mascara that is formulated with pea peptides, castor oil, and plant fibers. And what I like about it is it's actually nourishing for your lashes. And Typology is fully vegan and cruelty free. And I'm gonna put on the tinted lip oil, which I absolutely love. I've been wearing it every single day. The shade I'm using is powder pink, and I love it. I've also been loving this lash and brow serum, which I use morning and night, included in my skincare routine. So if you want to try out Typology, click my link below and you can receive a free bi-phase makeup remover with the purchase of $40 or more, and this offer is valid for a week after I post this.
Let's try and turn the sprinklers on.
Thank you. Your shovel, buddy. Should I do it? Am I there? This ain't easy.
Do some.
Yeah, do some.
And that. Ooh, that's good.
Does it look good?
Yeah.
You say you do, not trying to make you cruise. I just wanna tell you, baby, tell the truth,
We're having people over tomorrow night. Jenna and Jason.
Where are you going? Get back here. Woody, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you knock it over.
That's the other one.
Oh, look at that. You got it. Oh, that's square though. You can't.
We are planting blueberry bushes today, and lots of vegetables and strawberries, and just getting irrigation system set up.
Good job. Good job.
You guys know Gabe. Talked about her plenty of times. She's helping me plant all of my my berries. Here. Maybe get a little hill over here. About my garden jealousy is like,
Oh, yeah.
with your garden, I don't have garden jealousy because to me, you're on a whole other level.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, I'll get there one day.
And he's sleeping a little bit longer in the morning. I mean, you can, obviously, you know, like right now, it's getting light at 7:30. You could be out here from 7:30 to whenever he wakes up.
Well, my plan is to do yoga though. I really need
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
I know gardening is exercise,
Yeah.
but it's a different kind of exercise, and I
Well-
really miss yoga.
Okay. So that bed, and then your hose is going to hook into this, so that then water comes all the way out. And
What does it do?
Please watch. Hey, watch.
Oh, that makes me really dizzy.
Oh, you're doing it like this.
Okay.
Hey, Mommy, I think that one. The little blueberry one. Mom, there's a little one. Yeah.
It's hard, huh? I was just waiting for the street sweepers to go by. Sometimes I'm still kind of enamored with how things are done here in Idaho because in California we had street sweeping every Monday, I think it was, and it was such an inconvenience, and it was sort of like, why are they even sweeping the streets there? And then here they do it like, I don't know, like I think I've seen it done twice, like it's almost never done, and it just feels like a lot more efficient to me than having to move your car every week. It has been so nice to finally get back in the swing of things with gardening. Yesterday I planted some beautiful flowers and some grasses and some native plants to try to bring in some more pollinators up here, and also just to beautify the front lawn. Like right when you walk in, right when you come to my front door, it was kind of a mess. All of our fall leaves were still there, wintering, and which is fine. I'm totally fine with a messy lawn, but I really wanted to pretty up a little bit. There's still tons of weeds that I'm kind of just leaving. And it doesn't look like a landscaper did it. It looks like some half-crazed mother went to the nursery with her 2 children who were absurdly content and just ravished the native plant section and then planted them in the ground really quickly, which is exactly what happened. It's a mess, and I guess that's kind of the gardener that I am, that it's like a little messy but pretty, and the point is just for fun. Also, what I have behind me are our fruit trees that we planted last year. We have, let's see, cherry, nectarine, peach, apple, plum, and in the backyard I have a pear tree. And they are all flowering. Well, they're not all flowering, they're all green. Some have flowers. The plum is the only one without flowers, and we didn't get any fruit last year. And I'm really excited to see what happens this year. We should be getting a lot more, and it just feels so good to be outside. I'll just say it again, just because you're on this journey with me. This is the first time I really lived in a winter place, like with the true winter. And in my opinion, the winters here in Boise are totally manageable. Yes, it's cold, yes, it snows, and sometimes I'm like, holy crap, that's really cold. And most of the time it's totally doable, but I did have 2 extended trips this year, one in winter, one in the very beginning of spring. I went to Maui and then California, which is where my family lives. And it was really nice to escape, and what I notice is that I genuinely just want to be outside, and that's the hard part about winters. It's just harder to get outside, and I just love sunshine on my skin. I love being barefoot in the grass. It definitely affects my mood. This winter was very easy. I think it was a more manageable winter this year, and I was pregnant last year, which just kind of affects everything. So I feel like I got to enjoy winter a little bit more, even got to go like tubing and stuff in the snow. But now it's spring, and it's beautiful, and we're getting ready to garden. Last year I had a baby on April 30th, which is, I know this is the thing about gardening here. When you have like a true winter in California, you can literally start a veggie garden any day of the year. There is like a little bit of a timeline. For example, you can't plant tomatoes in January, but for the most part you could start a garden anytime, and that is sort of the beauty there. I noticed that here it's kind of nice to have a break. It's kind of nice to like have a vigorous gardening season and then to just rest, and you're forced to just rest. Like you can't do any gardening, and that's really nice. But I don't love the pressure of of like, oh no, like hurry, get your plants in, like you don't want to be too late. Like it's almost like like stressful. And my friend Cabria started a garden, like her first true garden that she started, and she's also feeling the pressure of like gardening season and the frost and like, oh no, you gotta cover your plants tonight. I don't know, it's a little stressful. I do believe that if you're gonna garden just like for your well-being, it shouldn't be a stressful thing for you. It should be enjoyable and something that gives you life and lights you up. And so what are my focuses for gardening this year? Ultimately, I really want to work on my soil health, and I invested in a drip system. So I worked with Gabe the other day getting Gabe from Be Wise Gardens. Definitely check out Be Wise Gardens. They're geniuses in the garden. I love them so much. They're amazing. And Gabrielle runs Be Wise Garden with her daughter. And anyway, she set up the drip system for me. It was going to be with me, but I just couldn't manage it with the children that day, and also like I just didn't have the strength to put the tubing together. And what does this have to do with soil health? Well, I learned that consistent watering is super important for the health of your soil, because it means that the nutrients are going to be something up there, yeah, I don't really know. I know a lot about gardening. Basically, it has a lot to do with the nutrition in your soil, and if you are working months so hard on your garden, you've put so much time and money into it, and then you go 2 days with poor watering, or you forget to water that day and you only water in the middle of the day, or whatever it is, it could just be ruined. And I did notice that last year, that it was really hard for me to get out. It would be like 11 a.m. in July, and it's like hot, and I'm just now able to like get out and water, and it's just how it is, mom life. You're just sort of like pulled in many directions sometimes, and you can't get out there on time, and hence the drip system. I feel like this is really gonna save me. The truth is, I love hand watering. I love standing out there with my tea and watering with the hose. I really enjoy the practice of it. I find it really meditative. For me, it's mostly just the consistency, and if I want to go out of town for the day or like go on a little weekend trip, my garden's gonna be fine, which and I don't need to like ask someone to water. And what else are my focuses? I'm growing berries for the first time. I've never grown berries before. Blueberry, I have 5 blueberry bushes, 4 raspberry bushes, and a zillion strawberry plants that are gonna be super abundant and travel everywhere and send off their runners and stuff. I'm really excited about that, because something I love about gardening is just cherry tomatoes, because they're just so fun to snack on while you're in the garden, and it gets the children snacking. And strawberries are another one of those fruits that you can just snack on really easily. Today I am going to accomplish some gardening tasks. I got more compost from the nursery in Eric's truck, and I need to get it out of the truck because he doesn't want to drive around with dirt all the time. And I need to put it into our beds. I am putting worm castings in my bed. If you don't know what worm castings are, it's essentially worm poop. This is my uncle's brand. It's called Worm Gold. I have had a couple questions from fellow vegans who are curious how worm castings fit into like a vegan philosophy or vegan ethics. And my answer is, you know, life is messy. We live in a messy world, and being vegan for me is not about being perfect, and it's not about like avoiding any sort of interaction with animals at all. The truth is that worms are essential to our soil health as well as other creatures, and yes, these worms are technically farmed, and there are other elements of the worm casting, worm farm industry or business that probably don't feel very vegan, and you know what, I am not in the business of adhering to dogmatic rules. The best way I like to think about it is that like I am following my compassionate desires or my inner compassionate voice, and I am not contributing to unethical industries as much as I can. Therefore I'm vegan. It's not I'm vegan and therefore I follow all these rules. Like, I think when some people go vegan, they like are like, well, what are the rules I have to follow now that I'm vegan? No, like you can just like be your kind of vegan. I know it's controversial to say, but that's how I feel. That said, worm castings are amazing for your soil and amazing for pests, and actually my uncle is doing some incredible work to literally save forests, save like plant species. Yeah, I actually don't know how much I'm allowed to share because it's like pretty big global stuff that he's working on with his worm poop. It's amazing. Okay, a couple other things I wanted to say, not garden related, is just that my baby's turning 1 in 2 weeks, and I am so excited not only to celebrate his birthday and to reflect on the year, but also because I'm going to night wean, and I am so pumped because I am an all-you-can-eat buffet all night long, and I am so ready to sleep. I can't even tell you, like I don't want to say because then it'd just be like a lot of complaining, but basically I haven't slept like at all, and I am very excited to sleep again. And we will see how it goes, because they do say that just because you night wean doesn't mean you're necessarily going to be sleeping. I hope that's not the case, but I'll let you guys know. I am sort of maybe I'll do like a video about baby sleep. I get a lot of baby sleep questions because it's like one of the hardest things with parenthood, where like you want your baby to sleep but you don't want them to just like cry it out. And another video I think I'm gonna make is a baby-led weaning video, because I think there's a lot of questions about baby-led weaning, and I'll just share what I do. It's pretty simple actually. I love baby-led weaning. I do not do purees. I don't do baby food. Woody is just doing like the cutest thing lately. He's very, what's the word? Needy. He's like just such a barnacle. He's just clinging to me like all day, all night. Just wants to be like on my hip. That's where he's happiest. He's like, this is where I want to be. Yep, don't put me down. And he gets very offended when I put him down. He gets very offended if I walk past him and don't pick him up. He's like, hey! It's very rude. He's been doing this thing lately where he'll be like crying on the ground, like, and he just looks so sad, like really, really sad. I'm like, oh no, and I pick him up and he goes, ha! Because I picked him up. He's like, puts his arms out and he goes, ha! Okay, let's go garden. I'm going to fill, I have 3 more beds that I need to put more compost and worm castings in, and I've already put the drip systems in, so I need to sort of pull the drip lines up and put the soil underneath. Let's do it. So this is the worm castings from Worm Gold, and this is the organic compost that I got from the local organic nursery here. So this is high quality soil, and just look how rich these worm castings are. They are absolutely amazing for your soil, and this is my favorite way to amend soil, possibly because I'm biased because it is my uncle's company, and I just know the results. It gets results. I actually did my, whatever that was, 6th grade science experiment, 7th grade science experiment on this, testing out growth and all that stuff with worm gold. And I thought of another thing I want to say about worm castings and veganism is, okay, is worm castings as a product vegan technically? I don't know. Ultimately, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that there are no vegan police. There's no such thing as like a rule book or a handbook or a specific way to do it. And I'm gonna follow my heart on this one because, one, gardening is something that really lights me up. Using worm castings is so good for my soil, and it makes the whole experience of gardening better. Like when you have success with gardening, it's so much more fun. It's just so life-giving, and it just feels amazing when you have success at it. And I'm telling you, this product is awesome. And number two, one of the main reasons I garden is for planetary health. Like this stuff, you're creating so much goodness for the earth when you garden. By growing my own food, I'm creating like a amazing food source for my family with high quality food because of its nutrient dense soil and a proper soil food web that is vibrant and thriving. And by gardening, I'm inviting more pollinators in, which is just good for everyone. There's just so many benefits to gardening for my own personal well-being, as well as for the planet and for us as a people. And I know that might sound a little silly to someone who like doesn't quite get what's the big deal with gardening, but for me it's like so much deeper than let's grow a nice tomato in the summer. And so yeah, I just encourage you to use your own intuition when you're approaching, you know, your ethics within a vegan lifestyle, and to not let anyone else's rules be your own rules. And therefore this gives you permission to let go of judgment of other vegans. If you just realize that there is no rule book, you're just gonna let compassion guide you, as Colleen would say. I feel really self-conscious putting makeup on in front of a camera.